Good morning, everyone. It's Lee Henson, president and founder of AgileDad, and it's time for today's episode of the Daily Stand-Up. So without any further ado, let's get started. Have you ever had one of those moments where you just said, man, why didn't I think of that? Every now and then I have one of those, and this morning was one of them. So I was reading an article that was posted in late March, and it was talking about a concept of what do you do if you're exhausted by just Zoom meetings or team meetings where you're just inundated with all these online meetings that you have to do because of the remote working opportunities we have. So the concept came up of trying something that's called reverse meetings instead. Now, I gotta be honest, I did think of this. So it was one of these things where I thought about it and I said, and I've even done this. So with several of the clients that I'm currently coaching for, what I have is something that I call my open Zoom channel. And the way the open Zoom channel works is you can totally just click on that link and it'll bring you to the open Zoom channel, and there I am. If I need to step away, I can turn my camera off, I can turn my sound off, but as soon as someone pops in, I get an audible sound, I can pop back and say, hey, what's going on? And that way they have instant access to me. Now, what's really interesting about this is super cool because then it allows you to do this. So the example they give in the article is really, really interesting. So they say, here's an example. If you have an hour-long meeting with 6 attendees to finalize plans for, a marketing campaign. In total, done by Zoom, that conversation would use up 6 hours, 360 minutes worth of participation's time, their productive time. And it would cost you, it's 360-minute meeting, right? So that's what it boils down to. So 6 hours worth because there's 6 people on the call for an hour. Yikes. If you did this meeting in a reverse meeting scenario, let's just say you go into each colleague's office, their virtual office, and you spend 10 minutes apiece with each one. That means it's going to take you 50 minutes of your time and 50 minutes of their time for a total of 100 minutes, thereby saving you 260 minutes or 3.6 times less cost. Right? Even if someone took 15 minutes of your time, it still only adds 10 minutes to the equation. My point being, sometimes having those individual conversations is really great. So this reinforces or reboots my concept of having smaller groups of people in meetings with a set agenda and a planned outcome, but don't make these meetings so structured, 1 hour at this time. Sometimes it's better just to reach in, ping people, get an opinion, talk to people, gather information. You can get some really exciting insight. And I think a lot of times people are more apt or more willing to talk if they're the only other person in the room, right? There's nothing worse than getting a group of 5 people together and having 2 that never speak. But this would encourage everyone to speak. It would give everyone an equal voice. It would shorten the amount of time you spend in meetings, and it would really give you more valuable output, in my opinion, more valuable opinions so that you could base those and figure out an outcome of what it might be. So I think the key here is to make sure the circumstances are right for you to have it. You have to have a good team working agreement. You have to have open office hours, obviously, but you have to set those hours, set up open office hours and say, hey, this is a super simple way to solve a very complex problem. It'll save the organization money. It'll save you time. It'll save the other participants time. And it'll only require us to get together when we absolutely need to. So there you go. So outside of your daily stand-up, there's another great idea for any other type of meetings where you feel like it's going to take an hour. Make sure you focus on something like this because this is going to help you get through. So super easy concept today to kick off your week. I hope you have an enjoyable Monday. As always, we encourage you to visit agiledad.com where you can learn more about this topic and any other. We encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.